All right, so we are Massive Effect. This is us right here, massiveeffectmarketing.com. So we're taking a look at a website, May Custom Home, down in the Tampa on Adamo. And this is a home builder, or yeah, home builder. And there's some SEO issues on this website, and you definitely don't want to make these same mistakes. So let's start right in. First things first, not even an SEO point, but a design issue. And let me know if you can spot it if you're watching this. What is the major design issue? Pretty big issue, massive issue right now with design. So it is that the value proposition is hidden below the fold, all right? And they've got the navigation, basically, navigation header taking up 75% or more of this initial screen, right? That is deadly. You do not want that. Over here, if you check out Massive Effect, we've got our navigation header taking up, 20%, just a little slice. Whereas over here, it's going all the way down. So that's really not good, because what you need people's attention to focus on and land on is the value proposition, all right? That lets them know they're in the right place. Otherwise, they don't know where they are. They're disoriented. You land on a website, you have no idea what you're getting into. You don't know if you're on the right site. Having your value proposition right up front orients you. So that's a huge mistake here. Again, it's not SEO, it's a conversion rate thing, but we got to remove this entirely, all of this, both rows here. This needs to be brought down to 2 rows, this navigation. This font size needs to be shrunk down to like 9 pixels, just really shrink it down and just move the whole thing up. Anywho, let's get back to SEO. So we'll scroll down, scrolling. So first things first, there's not enough text on the homepage. So Google America runs on Duncan, Google runs on text. If you don't have enough, it's not going to understand what your site is about, and you're not going to have enough weight in its eyes. A lightweight page is basically light on text. If you want to be a heavyweight, you want to be a killer and get Google's attention, you need to have thousands of words. So, start with 500 words, but you should be going for 1,000 per page. Right now, I don't know, we have 150. Half of it's a testimonial, right? So let's keep going. Let's get some more text on the homepage. Another thing is we scroll down and then we see some stuffs. This is a bit concerning for me. Let's just select this. In fact, I'm going to save this to my best of collection. Save that, screenshot that. This is a great example of keyword stuffing. So these are all terms that they want to rank for, right? They want to rank for HVAC, for plumbing, for room additions, right? Water heater, window replacement. So they're just putting all these down here, but it's a little bit overdone. It's over optimized. You don't want to do that. You always want to under optimize it, to be honest. Whenever you're over optimizing, you're opening yourself up for a slap by the Google, and you don't want to play that game. You want to be conservative with your SEO. You don't just want to dump in keywords. So instead, what I would do is I would just take the navigation from here. How we've got these links. So we've got these 5 main links. I would just repeat the navigation. That's pretty conservative. You see a lot of people doing that. So just take these 5 main links, list them here vertically, and if you want, you could even add the drop-down links as well. But just doing it like this is a bit much. Over here, this isn't too bad, actually. Putting your service areas like this, although it looks a little spam-tastic, that's fine. But to have, you're listing your 20 service areas. This amount is pretty good to me. If it was a lot more than this, then I would be concerned. If it was every county in Florida, so if there were 60 counties listed, then yeah, come on now, that's a bit much. That's an old technique. Google is going to notice that. So, when you're doing your service areas, be intentional about it and just pick the actual ones, or cities or counties, whatever it is. So don't mess around with that, all right? Moving back up, let's take a look under the hood. Press Control U, open the source. So this is the title up here. All right, May custom home one stop, then it cuts, and then this is it, the whole thing. So this is really important for your rank in Google. It's called the title. You see it up here in the tab, and it's basically if you were going to describe a page in kind of a bulleted point fashion, that's what you would put in the title. So every page is going to have a different title because every page has a different description. Now for the home page, a really good formula is the name of your company, your main keyword search you're trying to rank for, and then your service area. So what they're really missing in here is adding in Florida, and they could also, I mean, I would consider dropping one-stop shop in favor of putting in, like, what is it, home builder or renovation or remodel, like what are their other top keywords, and just replacing that so they get more bang for their buck, and then also throwing in Florida. Now you might say, well, what about the rest of these counties, right? They're serving many counties. Well, if you're going to specify one, just realize that if you're catering to a lot of areas, then you should keep it in general. But if you are mostly in Tampa, then you should put Tampa. So if you're really in all these different ones, then you wouldn't go ahead and put all of these in the title. You should just either put the state or, you know, the main city or the main county. But don't go ahead and put all of these in the title. For instance, you wouldn't do this, right? You wouldn't put all of your services in your title like this guy. See, title starts here and goes on and on like that. So that would be too much. So keep it conservative. So that would be the title for the homepage. Really important SEO point. Can't stress this enough. This is very important for the SEO. And then you go ahead and do it on all the inside pages as well. So for construction services, remodeling, Control U, the title is Construction Services, May Custom Homes. So that's a little under optimized. That's a little unimaginative. We can get more creative. We should definitely throw in a service area, you know, maybe one of the counties that they work in, one of their main counties, Florida. Also throw in another keyword. You know, what are we talking about here? Renovations and remodeling and construction. So I want to see renovation and remodeling in here somewhere, so they get that covered. Anyway, you just go in. I mean, the page is remodeling, so they should actually specify remodeling on here. As you go through, you just do each one, roofing and solar. So, you know, we're going to mention roofing and solar in the title, right? Roofing and solar, Control U. Solar panel systems and roofing installation, May custom home. Yeah, pretty decent. So that's the idea. So you want to go through all these and customize them. Let's close this. Come back here. All right. Other things on this website. Major issue is the speed. We'll let that load for a minute. And this website is a little bit wonky. I can't even get my mouse. There we go. So the content is too thin. Basically every page in this site has, you know, 150, 200 words. That's not good for the SEO. You gotta have, as I said in the beginning, you gotta have 500 words plus, ideally 1,000 words plus. So right now on all these pages in the menu, you know, we're only averaging 150 words per page. So when Google's gonna go through all these pages, it's gonna think, oh, this site, you know, kind of whatever. It's a lightweight. So you wanna get a lot more content put on your pages. If this was my website, I would have 1,000 words on each one of these pages. It's a WordPress site, so it's going to have a very low score on this, so that's not good as well for your SEO. Slow sites do get penalized by the Google. Moving on, Content is thin. We went over that. It needs something for continued content, so they need to get a blog going, because you can go through this site and, as I said, go to each page, do the titles, you can add more text, and that's all well and good. But if you want to get to the top and stay at the top in Google, you have to realize that there's other people trying to get to the top and stay at the top, and you can be unseated if they're making more content than you. So you've got to basically make more content than others. So a great way to do that is to get a blog, and they've got one right here, but it only has 4 articles. And this needs to be something you do every week or every 2 weeks minimum. And you just have to set aside the time. You can even have your employees do it. Just sit down and write something, right? Keep it, a few hundred words, ideally 500 words or more. But that's how you can differentiate yourself. These other guys, they've got a 10-page website. Well, yours is 20 pages and counting, every week, more and more. And then eventually you would be the largest website in your area. Nobody has as much content as you, and you're a big source of knowledge, and then you would just dominate. That would be the strategy. And that's the strategy for most small businesses when it comes to search and doing SEO. So that's what I would recommend. That just about does it for today's video. If you want some help with your website, or if you have some questions, I'd love to answer them. Come on down to massiveeffectmarketing.com and let us know what's on your mind. If you've got a website, you can go ahead and put it in the comments, and I can take a peek at it. We can see what's good and bad, so you can go forward with certainty and know what you should be doing. Also, if you ever sign up with us and get a marketing package, we have a partnership with a nonprofit. So we actually train a first responder if you sign up with us. So isn't that amazing? We're going to turn victims into rescuers and save some lives together. How about that? All right, so let me know, and go ahead, put your website in the comments, and we can give you some help. All right, so until then, thank you very much, and take care.